Frodo. Where is Frodo?
I let Frodo go.
Then you did what I could not.
I do not fear death. Ride out with me. Ride out and meet them. The blade that was broken shall return to Minas Tirith. The man who can wield the power of this sword can summon to him an army more deadly than any that walks this earth.
This is Miller Philosopher. A lot of fans are furious right now, and not for the reasons that they think. When the news broke that Viggo Mortensen wouldn't be returning as Aragorn for The Hunt for Gollum, people were understandably disappointed. Then the rumors hit that a younger actor has already been casted, and suddenly the fandom now seems to be split in half, if that. But here's the real question. Why does this upset people so deeply? Why does a simple recasting feel like a betrayal? Especially given that Viggo himself was a recast of the original actor who was supposed to play Aragorn in the original trilogy. The answer goes way beyond Viggo, I think, and it's bigger than this movie. It goes right into how Tolkien fans form identity and why adaptations tend to ignite so much conflict. If the story is so good, who cares who plays Aragorn? That's kind of the question. But this does matter, because the original trilogy, and yes, Viggo Mortensen himself, essentially did their jobs too well. I've said this in other videos that everyone has a different entry point into Tolkien's works. Some came through the books, some came through the films, obviously. Others came through streaming shows, and others still came in through the games and audiobooks. However, wherever your entry point is, that version becomes the definitive canon version to you. Not officially, but emotionally. And the thing is that it's not the same for everybody. So therefore, your first Aragorn becomes the Aragorn. And when a new adaptation challenges that emotional canon, people react like something sacrilegious has just occurred. And I mean that in every sense of the word. Because this whole debate reminds me of a video that I did a couple of years ago comparing book Aragorn to movie Aragorn. I'll link it above as well as in the description if you're curious. They argued that Viggo's portrayal was too uncertain, too weak-willed, and not as wise as the book version was. Some even said that Boromir in the films behaved more like Aragorn than Aragorn in the films did. Now, it seems these roles are reversed. Those movie first fans who are upset are now worried that this younger actor replacing Viggo means that the magic of that particular version of Aragorn is going to be gone. And some are even therefore calling the new film unnecessary, forgetting that the original trilogy itself is also an adaptation. This is the same argument, just basically the factions have been swapped. And here's where things get interesting. The sincerity and humility that made us love Viggo's Aragorn from the famous behind-the-scenes clips of the movies are the same sincerity of why he didn't return for The Hunt for Gollum. And on top of that, he's 67. He respects Tolkien too much to do a nostalgia cash grab. And even this wasn't the first time. He reportedly did the same thing for a cameo in The Hobbit for the same reason. And these are legitimate reasons. No studio drama, no disrespect, just an actor who knows his own physical limitations and the thematic demands, as well as the physical demands that the role entails. However, it does seem like some fans don't want reasons. They want their Aragorn. Viggo Mortensen is the perfect Aragorn, the only Aragorn, the only true king of Gondor, or no movie at all. And to be fair, the situation gets even messier when Elijah Wood, Andy Serkis, and Ian McKellen are returning to their original roles. Elijah has even been reported as saying that he doesn't want anyone else portraying Frodo. And Ian is reportedly retiring acting after this film. That's how much he loves the character of Gandalf, apparently. So, therefore, logically, fans look at this and say, well, if they can come back, then why can't Viggo? But this is the trap of a successful franchise. That when an actor's portrayal becomes so iconic, so culturally ingrained, that it becomes sacred, biblical in every sense of the word. And this is where the conflict lies, ultimately. This is the danger of any long-running beloved world, be it Star Wars, Marvel, 007, you name it. They've all gone through and continue to go through these kind of conflicts within their own franchises and worlds, with their own fans. Wherever fans enter the story, that point becomes the true quote-unquote version. And anything that challenges that version is sacrilegious, even if it's faithful, even if it's respectful, even if it's necessary, which of course can be arguable. The debate around Tolkien's world is full of themes and issues that seem kind of simple at first glance, but when looked just beneath the surface, reveal layers of nuance underneath. And these debates surrounding the hunt for Gollum and other Tolkien adaptations aren't just about casting. They're about identity, nostalgia, and the version of Middle-earth each of us carries inside us. And that's why the recasting of Aragorn hits us so hard. Let me know your own thoughts below if you have any. This is the Miller Philosopher. Have a good day.